Hey everybody, it's Tim here, and I'm an Arizona mortgage broker and also loan officer. We're also licensed in Colorado, but I've been asked a few times about how to open a mortgage brokerage. And I've helped a few of my friends. I've even gone as far as becoming like the RI, or what they call the broker of record or responsible individual is, for a friend of mine who opened a company, and all the companies that have opened are still thriving today. So what I thought I would do is just break down exactly what 5 steps you need to become a mortgage broker, starting from scratch. Some of you may be already past step 1, which has to do with licensing, right? You may not be past all of it, but you may be past some of it. But I'm going to cover everything, including the MLO license, for those who aren't. Okay, so we'll just get into it. Step 1. Make sure that you have the RI and the MLO designation. If you just have your MLO designation, then you'll need to go get the classes and take the test to be considered a responsible individual. Every mortgage brokerage needs a responsible individual. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, I helped a friend of mine when he first started because he didn't have that designation of responsible individual. And he wanted to open, as soon as possible. So while he was getting the designation, I acted as his responsible individual. So like I said, it's not 100% necessary, but it is a tough one to get done, because it's school. I mean, who doesn't hate school? So every state has something different. But most states will allow for somebody else to be the RI. They just have to be a W-2 employee of the company. And in that case, you can just hire out your broker and have them be your designated broker until you get your RI designation. The MLO broker designation can be gotten through the largest company that I know about through training, which is either MEC or some of the others. Now MEC is our compliance team, and I'll put a link to them down in the description. They handle tons of stuff for us, legal and compliance wise, especially things like the CE credits that you have to do and all of that stuff. Right now, just a disclosure here, seek your own counsel before becoming a mortgage broker. I am not a legal advisor. I'm just a mortgage broker myself. So I'm just sharing with you what I know about it. I don't know if it's right for everybody. So anyway, step 1, make sure that you go to the NMLS. If you don't know where that's at, you can go NMLS, just Google NMLS. Make sure you get those 2 designations. All right. Step number 2, now that we've gotten our designation for RI and MLO, we're going to go ahead and open an LLC or a corporation depending on the advice of your CPA or attorney. Like I said, I'm not a CPA or attorney. Let's talk to yours. I was recommended to incorporate my first year, so I did that right out of the gate. But a lot of people just open an LLC, which just works fine. Just talk to your CPA about which is best for you. Seems like a pretty easy step, but if you've never done this before, I just recommend going to a company like LegalZoom and having them do it for you. It's pretty simple with them. They walk you through it and you just click a bunch of buttons. Now they have one section which is you do most of the work yourself, and they don't even charge a fee. And then they have other levels as well, but you can get that done for right around $250. To get just your LLC going with LegalZoom. And so $250 plus, let's see what else you got in here in costs. Let's say that you've got your school costs for becoming an MLO. So we'll add up all the costs at the very end. Okay. All right, step 3. Now this is assuming you've got your MLO license and you've gotten your company open and you're ready now to open the mortgage broker. Okay. By the definition given to us through TILA, the definition of a mortgage broker is an independent MLO that doesn't quite work for a bank. They're just independent and they get to broker loans to any bank that wants to partner with them and buy the loans. So you'd go to the NMLS and you'd apply for each state that you'd like to be licensed in. I'm licensed in Arizona, so let me just show you kind of the NMLS website. You can see here what their license requirements are. They'll take you to the state that you're going to apply for a license in. Just keep in mind that it's not the NMLS that is doing the approving your broker license or your MLO license. The NMLS is simply the registry. The state, like here we're on the state. So you can follow this link, or I'm gonna follow this link to Arizona state requirements. And you can see here, you can scroll down and see here's your mortgage broker license. And here's the rules and some more details, an application for it, an amendment. I'll leave a link to this down in the description below. But again, this is for the state of Arizona. Every state is going to be a tad bit different. Probably not too much, but they're going to be a little bit different. Okay, so step 3, go in there and get that NMLS approved through the NMLS website, through the state. Sometimes it can take a long time, sometimes it can be pretty fast, but make sure both your personal and your company are active as both an MLO and RI, and you have your NMLS and your mortgage broker license from the state. And then now you're ready to apply with the state. Once you put all your information into the NMLS, you click to submit. They will send your application to the state, in which time frame then the state will probably come back and maybe ask for a few more items. When it came down to it, it was really tough for us to read through the NMLS stuff because it was really extremely tough. So we just Googled like mortgage licensing company, and we found a company that would do our mortgage licensing for us. So we just had them handle it for us. I think they charged us like $750. So we'll put that as a cost down below. Okay, ready for step 4. Here's where it starts to get deep. You need to create your QC plan and your compliance manuals. Okay, here's what you're going to need for all of your policies. You're ready? You can write these down one by one. Number 1, advertising. Number 2, anti-money laundering and BSA. Number 3, appraiser independence. Number 4, fair lending. Number 5, HMDA. Number 6, quality control. Number 7, qualified mortgage. Red flags. RESPA. You're going to need your SAFE Act, your TILA, and your TRID. So to get started, you're going to need to get these handbooks all written. You'll also need an employee handbook, by the way. To get started, you're going to need all these stuff written or drawn up. So again, my link to MEC down below. NMLS approved. You've got your company up and running. You've got your compliance manuals tight and they're all dialed in, and you are ready to go. Then let's go to step 5, which is signing up with lenders. Once you sign up with lenders and once you get approved, you're going to start getting emails like you would never believe. So I'll just tell you right now, get in contact with UWM. You probably already know that if you're an MLO and you're looking to come to the broker world, but they can actually help walk you through all of these steps. Actually, maybe we should put this as step 1, okay? Because they're a partner that we use like almost all the time. If not, they're our favorite place to send loans. So get in contact with UWM, even if it's just for a confidential phone call. You can get in contact with Brandon Dobos at this phone number or the email that is on your screen right now. All right, so that's the 5 steps that you need in order to become a mortgage broker. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful for those of you who are looking to become a mortgage broker. For anybody who's looking to become an MLO, there's a few different steps for that. But you can get into contact with any of us at team@yourifmc.com. All right, folks, that's all for now. If you like this information, consider liking and subscribing. And if you hit that little bell notification, you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. All right, guys, have a good one.